Please turn off the volume. Maybe my voice disturbed you. Perfectly around the pole, you try to give your best. Your legs ache so much because of pole, but it's your work, so you nothing do anything. So many other strippers dancing beside you. At first, you didn't want to do this, but your situation brought you to this point. In the corner of the club, a man was sitting with his dark orbs looking at you, just looking at you. He smokes and licks his lips. Your every move make him go crazy. He stood up from there and went out from the club. You complete your work and went out from the club. Now I am on my way when suddenly came out from the dark. I finished and stepped back. He's wearing a hat and dress suit and wear a weird mask. He started ranking them. I looked at him scared, so I started walking, knowing him behind. Suddenly he said, "Don't you like my tricks?" I didn't say anything and continued walking. Suddenly he bowed about it for one day from your manager. I stopped and looked at him. I walked towards him and said, "Why and what? Why? I'm not here for one understand." He said nothing, just looking at my face. I'm not seeing his face because he's wearing a mask. I go back to the club for taking to my manager, leaving behind. Boss, what is this? Why and try to understand. He gave us so much money, but boss is looking like psycho. Why and you just need money and also just need money. So please, why and agreed and went out from there. We get in the car and start the car. Suddenly everything became still. I look out from the window and then I look at him. He starts to take off his mask. He puts the mask in the back seat and look at me while smiling. Okay, I said this was while slurring because of fear. My words didn't come out. He again shifted his gaze on the road and I said, "Django, why are we here at Forest?" His voice is very dark, gave me chills down my spine, but I nodded. After a few minutes later, we came out. We came to our destination. We came out from the car and entered in the house. I looked at my surroundings and became afraid. I already said no need to offend. Then he sat on the sofa and signed me to dance. I started dancing. I touched his face to neck and then to chest. I don't do this because of seduction. I do this because it's my work. He looked at me with lustful eyes. My heart would start racing. Suddenly he pulled me and I sat on his. My breath became heavy. "Chanku, you are very beautiful." I did not say anything. Then he on mine and started me harshly. And then he stopped and stand up. My neck wrapped around his face. Then we got in the room and then. Morning. I opened my eyes and saw myself in a room. Someone beside me and slowly patted my hand. I sat up, looked at him with fearfully face. He laughed and said, "Let's eat something first." He picked her up in his arm and went out from the room. At night, Vayan and Janku were sitting on the sofa. Janku hugged her. Everything was okay. He knew nothing to but his moves were weird. Janku, I need to go. Where? My house. Janku, no, I didn't want you to leave, but I don't like to talk too much. I kept quiet because I afraid from him. After a few words, he went out from the house. Why and Pop? I was roaming around the house. Suddenly I saw a room. I tried to open it, but then someone put hand on my shoulder. I flinched and saw Janku. Janku, what are you doing? Why and I'm just roaming in the house. Janku, okay, but you are not allowed to enter in this room. Why and but why? Janku, now let's go. They entered in the room. Then suddenly his man pushed her on the bed and hovered on her. Ryan Pope, I think so. I'm stuck here. It's almost a week. I'm just tired. Sometimes he behaves like a psycho. He cares for me very much, but sometimes it's strange. Now Ryan is standing in front of the room. She was about to open the door. Then suddenly she looked at her feet, blood coming out from the room, and then she heard a girl voice. She opened the door and luckily the door was open. She entered in the room and a girl, she was laying on the floor and her body covered with blood. Ryan went to her. She heard Janku's voice. She came out from the room and changed her shoes. Ryan opened the door. He banged so hard on the door. Ryan hid the shoes under the bed and opened the door. She opened the door and saw him. I forgot the keys in the car, that's why I called you. Ryan, did you eat? Forced my Janku, no, I want to eat with you. Ryan, okay. After eating their dinner, they both were laying on the bed. Janku hugged her from behind. Ryan, feeling dizzy after seeing that girl, sweat was all over her head. Ryan, don't you have parents? No, because they left me. After a few hours later, Ryan opened her eyes. Janku is not beside her. She got up from the bed and went out from the room. She walks with her trembling feet, screamed sounds coming from the dark room. She went into the room and said, Janku. She opened the main door and went out from the house. Janku also went out from the house. Ryan was continuously running. Ryan stopped for a while to catch up some breath, her almost numb body looking for a safe direction. Suddenly she saw red and blue lights. She stopped and hid under the tree. Janku saw her and slowly walking towards her. Then suddenly, officer, stop, you are under arrest. Ryan heard that and she came out behind the tree. She saw officer and her club boss. Yeah, then Ryan, they arrest him and locked him in the jail. Joyce, but mom, why is doing this? Suddenly Jungkook entered in the room and said, what are you talking about? Dad, mom tell us a story of a psycho and a prince. And I always told you to not tell them horror stories. Jungkook, they want to listen, that's why. Jungkook and Ryan laid beside their twins. Here, Dad, why are you scored, mom? Jungkook, because she deserved this. Oh, so I deserve this? They start fighting and their kids start laughing at their parents. Thank you for reading.